When Mowgli left the wolf cave after the fight on the mountain top, he didn't stop at the first village. It was too near the jungle, and some animals there hated him. So he ran for 30 kilometers or more. The open country in front of him had no mountains, but there were dry riverbeds across it. When the rains came, the water ran fast through them. The water cut deep into the ground, and the banks between the river and the land were high. There was a small village, and then the open country met the jungle. People came from the village and looked at Mowgli. They talked and shouted. Then a fat man arrived. "Do not be afraid," he said to the villagers. "Look at his arms and legs." When Mowgli played with the cubs, their teeth left white cuts on his skin. Wolf's teeth did that. He is a wolf child from the jungle. "Wolf's teeth," a woman said. "That is very sad. Mesua, he has the face of a little boy before the tiger took him." A kind woman came to Mowgli. "Yes," she said. "He has got my boy's face." "Take him to your house, Mesua," the fat man said. "Perhaps he is your son, perhaps he is not. But the jungle took your boy, and this child is from the jungle." The kind woman spoke to Mowgli. He didn't understand her words, but she showed him the way. He followed her. They went into her house, and she gave him milk and bread. Then she put her hand on his head and looked into his eyes. "Are you my son?" she asked. Mowgli's face showed nothing. "No," she said sadly. Mowgli looked round the inside of her house. "How can I be a man?" he thought. "I do not understand their talk. I am as stupid here as a man in the jungle. I will have to learn their language." Mowgli listened carefully to Mesua. When she said a word, he repeated the sounds of that word. Before night, he knew the words for things in the house. When night came, Mowgli went out. He couldn't sleep in the house. Mesua didn't stop him. He couldn't sleep in a bed, she knew that. Mowgli found a good place outside, but he couldn't sleep. When a wet nose touched him, it was Grey Brother, Mother Wolf's oldest cub. "You are a man now," Grey Brother said. "But listen, little brother, Shere Khan is away. He will come back when he has a new coat." The red flower really hurt him, but when he comes back, he will kill you. He says that he will throw you in the Waiganga River. "Remember my words," said Mowgli. "I will take Shere Khan's skin to the mountain top. I'm tired tonight, very tired with this new life. But come again, Grey Brother. Come often, and tell me about the Seoni Mountains and the jungle. Remember, little brother, you are a wolf. Will men change you?" "Never. I love you and our cave. But I will also remember the other wolves. They did not want me in the pack." Mowgli worked hard and he learned the words and the ways of men. In the evenings, he listened to the old men. They sat under a great tree in the village and told stories, wonderful stories. The village hunter told the best stories. He sat with his old gun on his legs and told stories about the animals in the jungle. But they were only stories. Mowgli tried not to laugh. But in the end, the village leader, the fat man, saw Mowgli smile. The story that evening was about a tiger with a bad foot. The great tiger carried away Mesua's son. The big tiger with the bad foot is afraid of nothing, the old man said, because it is a ghost. The ghost tiger is the bravest tiger in India. "That boy," said the fat leader, "has to do some work. He can look after the village buffaloes. He will take him out in the morning. He will stay with them all day and he will bring them back to the village in the evening. He can start tomorrow." So the next day, Mowgli went out in the early morning. He sat on the back of the Rama, the biggest buffalo. "Leave the cattle here," he said to the village boys, when they were about a kilometer from the village. "I'm taking the buffaloes near the jungle." He found the place where the Waingunga River came out of the jungle. Mowgli got down from Rama's back and ran to some big trees. "Ah," said Grey Brother, "you are here." Shere Khan waited near the village, but now he's hunting again. He'll come back. "Good," said Mowgli. "Will you or another brother sit here when he comes back? Then I will see you when I leave the village." Weeks later, Mowgli saw Grey Brother at the same place. "Shere Khan came over the mountains last night with Tabaki," said Grey Brother. "Oh," said Mowgli, "I'm not afraid of Shere Khan, but with Tabaki too." "Tabaki will not help him. I met Tabaki this morning before I broke his back. He told me everything. Shere Khan is going to wait for you when you go back to the village tonight. He's waiting now in the big dry riverbed." Mowgli stood and thought. Did he eat first? "Yes." "Stupid tiger," said Mowgli. "With food inside him, he cannot climb up the banks of the river. I can take the herd through the jungle to a place on the river. Then they will run up the river. When they see the tiger, they'll be very angry. They will run at him and kill him, but we have to stop him when he runs away from them. Brother, can you help me?" "With my friend I can." Mowgli saw a great gray head. He knew that head well and loved it. "Akela," said Mowgli, "thank you. I want these buffaloes in 2 herds. Akela, the cows and their babies here and the bulls there." The 2 wolves ran in and out of the herd, this way and that way, and quickly there were 2 herds. Mowgli jumped onto Rama's back. "Take the bulls through the jungle to the river, Akela. And you, Grey Brother, stay with the cows. Then take them to the other end of the river." "A long way?" Grey Brother asked. "To a place with high banks," Mowgli called. "Stay there and wait for us. We will come down the river to you." Grey Brother sat in front of the cows and Akela took the bulls away. After a time, he stopped and Mowgli called quietly to the bulls. They were ready. "We have to tell the buffaloes about Shere Khan, Akela," Mowgli said. "They have to know before we go, and I want to tell Shere Khan about us. We have got him." He put his hands to his mouth and shouted down the river. The angry roar of a sleepy tiger came back. "Who is it?" "It is Mowgli. It is time now. You are coming back with me to the mountain top now. Bring them down, Akela, quickly. Rama, down." Akela gave the great hunting call of the wolf, and the herd started. The buffaloes ran into the dry river faster and faster. Rama saw Shere Khan and called loudly to the other bulls. "Now you know," shouted Mowgli on his back, and the herd knew. Nothing can stop an angry herd of buffalo bulls. No tiger can stop them. Shere Khan heard them. He started to look for a way out of the river, but the walls were too high. He ran. A call from the cows at the end of the river answered the bull's call. Shere Khan turned. Rama's feet hit something. Then the bulls met the cows. For a time there was a dangerous sea of buffaloes, but with the help of Akela and Grey Brother, Mowgli took them out of the river. The bulls slowly became quieter. Shere Khan was dead. "Brothers," Mowgli said, "that was a dog's end." But Shere Khan was not brave. He did not try to fight. He went with the 2 wolves to the dead tiger. "I will take his skin to the mountain top," he said. "Will you help me?" With his knife, he started to cut the tiger's skin. It was hard work, but the 2 wolves helped. After an hour, Mowgli felt a hand on him and he looked up. It was the old man with his gun. The wolves were not here now. "What are you doing?" the old man said angrily. "Why didn't you look after the herd? And do you think you can take a tiger's skin? Where did the bulls kill him? It is the tiger with the bad wolf too. I can get 100 pounds for his skin. Leave it with me and perhaps I will give you a pound or two." He started to pull Mowgli away from Shere Khan. "Akela," said Mowgli, "the old man is making trouble for me." The old man was suddenly on the ground. A great grey wolf stood over him. He didn't move. "This is not a boy," he thought. "What strange man-animal is he?" Afraid, he said to Mowgli, "Great leader, can I get up and go away, or will your great grey wolf kill me? Go, and do not be afraid, but never stop my hunting again. I waited a long time for this tiger with the bad foot. The old man can go, Akela." The old man ran back to the village. When he got there, he told a wonderful story of the strange Mowgli and his conversations with the grey ghost wolves. Mowgli finished his work. It was evening when he and the wolves pulled off Shere Khan's great skin. "Now, I will have to take the buffaloes home. Help me, brothers." It was nearly dark when they arrived at the first houses in the village. Mowgli saw lights and heard village noises. Shere Khan is dead, and they are happy, he thought. But suddenly, the villagers started to throw things at him. They shouted, "Wolf child, jungle animal, bad monkey, go away quickly. Kill him, old man, kill him." The hunter's old gun made a sudden loud noise, and a scream came from an angry young buffalo. "Now what is he doing?" shouted the villagers. "He turned your gun and he hit your buffalo." "Your brothers are not different from the pack," said Akela quietly. "I think they want you to go." "Again? The wolves did not want me because I was a man. Now men do not want me because I am a wolf." A woman ran across to the herd. "Oh, my son, my son. They say that you are a strange monkey. They say that you can change into other animals. I know they are wrong, but go or they will kill you. The old man says that you do bad things, that you killed a tiger and that tiger took you, my son." "Come back, Mesua," they shouted. "Come back, or we will kill you too." Mowgli laughed, a short laugh, because something hit him in the mouth. "Go back to them, Mesua," he said. "They tell those silly stories under the big trees in the evening. But yes, I killed a tiger for your son. Run, Mesua. I'm going to send the herd into the village. Goodbye." Akela and Grey Brother made a sound, and the herd ran into the village. People ran to the right and to the left. "Goodbye, men," Mowgli shouted. "You will not see me again." He turned and walked away with Akela and Grey Brother. He looked up at the night sky, and he was happy. "We will take Shere Khan's coat and leave. We will not hurt the village, because Mesua was very kind to me." When the moon came up, the villagers saw Mowgli with two wolves. Mowgli had something on his head. The wolves and man cub ran away from the village, and Mesua cried. The old man told his story to the other men. Akela stood up on his back legs. The old man said, and used the words of men. The moon was nearly down when Mowgli and the two wolves came to the mountain top. They stopped at Mother Wolf's cave. "They threw me out of the man pack, Mother," said Mowgli, "but I'm bringing you the skin of Shere Khan." Mother Wolf walked slowly, her legs were old now, to the mouth of the cave. Her eyes were happy when she saw the tiger's skin. "I told him that day when he hunted you. I told him, and I was right. Little frog, good work." Yes, good work. It was Bagheera. Mowgli, Bagheera, and the wolves climbed up into the mountain top, and Mowgli put the skin on the ground in Akela's old place. Then Akela sat on Shere Khan's skin and called the old call. "Look well, wolves, look well. But nobody heard him. There was no pack. Nobody wants me, not the man pack and not the wolf pack, said Mowgli. So now I will hunt alone in the jungle. Not alone. We will hunt with you, said the cubs. So from that day, Mowgli hunted with his brothers in the jungle. Thank you for joining, and until next time.